So tell us your name and where you're from yourself.
Eoin Lynch from Mitchelstown, Cork, Munster. Think about slurry, I eat slurry, and dream about slurry. That's my motto now. So.
Hello and welcome along to this podcast with Breifne O'Brien and Eoin Lynch. So I suppose, look, obviously Eoin, we met yourself down at the Ploughing. You got a great reaction on social media, and you got, plenty of feedback and loads of interest. So I suppose even Eoin, just start off even telling us, like, people who don't know that much about yourself, tell us a little bit about, your background, where you're from, what you do.
Well, Breifne, I'm a young student here in Mitchelstown. I'm living in Ireland all my life. I was born in Vietnam, and I was adopted into a lovely family in Mitchelstown, and we're living here just on the outskirts of Mitchelstown, and still going to school, doing my leaving cert now this year. But there's not much more you can know about me. Like, love the farming, love Jay, and every typical Irish lad would nearly agree with me.
Do you remember being in Vietnam, or were you just brought up in Ireland when you were?
No, I was only 6 months old when I came over here, so I wouldn't remember really anything, I'd say.
Yeah, and do you ever be back over there?
Yeah, we went over there now. This was, how many times? We went over twice, I'd say. And the first trip was we went back to see my parents, and we adopted my brother. And then the second trip was go back this year to see my family. So it was we went in I think it was during Easter, around Easter we went during, when I was in TY, so would have been about 2 years ago.
And then, so I suppose, how did you get your love of obviously you're doing a bit of farming there at the moment, and machinery, of course, as well then?
Yeah, well, like, the grandfather's farming at home, the two grandfathers are farming at home, like, I suppose being around him all my life, the two of them, you would have picked up traits, like, and I was always big into livestock, like, before I could hold the green thing, as every fella knows, there's the license, like, so, like, hung around at home, helping out, during the long summer evenings there, tipping away at little jobs, and I suppose once the green came in the post, then it was hell for leather, like, there was no stopping me.
Yeah. So you obviously got the tractor license then at 16, was it? And you were straight out.
16, I picked up the tractor license and went away driving then since, and that's where.
And did you get work then with a contractor, or what did you do? Or?
Yeah, no, working with first contractor, there was a few of them there. I suppose the recent fella I'm with again is Shawnee McGrath. He's only out the road from me. I suppose he trained me on how to do all the stuff, like, he was the trainee, he held the hand, and I tipped around with a few other contractors, like, but in fairness now, Shawnee kind of guided me. I went back with him this year, like, just to help out at home, and just we were flying it, like.
And would you work all year round when you'd be working with a contractor?
Well, tied up well for the winter now. We've a few odd jobs to do. Like, there'll be only a small bit of jobs there around the yard, fixing stuff, and because we've only one hedge cutter, so he goes away hedge cutting, and there might be the odd slurry job. Do you know what I mean? But it to be quite enough for some during the winter, like. But I'd go away milking then. I'd be with FRS, so I'd go away milking then during the winter, before the cows be dried off, and there could be a few odd jobs then there, drying off cows or TB testing, like, so it's handy to keep going. But I suppose when you're in the depth of winter, there's not much else you can do, like,
Yeah, so you do a bit of relief milking then as well, do you?
Yeah, well, we went at it there now last year. There was two of us from Mitchelstown that went at it, so we kind of came together then as partners. We were called the Fast and the Furious below in North Cork, so yeah.
No, why were you called that?
Well, I was the fast one, he was the furious one. I'll never forget a day we were over in the milking parlour, and when the cows went in, and he couldn't get the cow in, he couldn't get it in, and he started trying to push her and bring her on and everything, and all I did was just, come on, and there she went. Well, he nearly lost the plot. He said, why couldn't I do it?
Yeah.
So he went away for the day then, but I know, and we'd be very fast and efficient as well, like. We'd be very fast. Like, we took on, I remember being 17 years of age there last year, and we took on a farm for 2 weeks. Like, we were well trusted by FRS, like, so we were probably the most reliable, but we were very fast to get in and very fast to get out. Do you know what I mean? So
get the job done.
Get the job done.
And do you like the relief milking, or how does it compare to the machinery work?
Yeah, look, as I said, I suppose when things tie up, then you'd have a few, like, the relief milking, there's a kind of a space there when silage finishes, they might be, you might be lucky to get a third cut, like, but when it finishes up there, then you kind of have 2 or 3 months then to kind of fool around, like pick up other jobs, like a bit of welding there or a bit of milking cows, like. But I just love the machinery, like you couldn't take me away from it, like.
So then it's nice to have the bit of work, kind of the parlour work and stuff like that. Then just for
Yeah, but you're like, you like to branch out as well, like.
and then between all this work and part-time work, Owen, then you obviously have to make a bit of time to go to school as well, do you?
Some would say yeah, some would say no. Yeah, no, I does my best to be in anyway, but I wouldn't be fond of it now, like,
Yeah, that's actually what I was going to ask you. I suppose, how do you like it, like school? You
well, like the staff and all are great above, like, but I suppose the books would have never been the strongest point for me. Like I could do a service on a tractor before I could ever open a book, like, you know what I mean? I don't know. Some people learn with their hands, some other people learn by the books. I don't think the curriculum in the school and education, because I'm actually a part of the student council in the school, and I firmly believe anyway that getting all this homework and the leaving sort of, I think it's a lot of catmalogian, like. To be honest, I think every man should be given a fair way. Like I can guarantee you there, if I wanted to, there'd be fellas inside there that they mightn't even be able to change the wheel of their tire, like.
Yeah.
Whereas some other people are able to, and that's what they need in the world. We don't all need to become doctors and everything, you know?
And then, like what you said, then some people learn differently, and obviously some people can struggle at school and they mightn't be great at it, but then they're very smart in a different manner.
Exactly. Like I even see with some of the lads there that are going to go away and do apprenticeships like myself, like they'd struggle in structures of maths and something, but like that's no reason. I don't think they should be put under the pressure of leaving cert and all this curriculum. Like, I
Yeah.
don't think it's fair. Like I think every man should be given, and every woman should be given a chance. Because I know plenty of women as well that want to do. It's gone on a larger scale that women are starting to do apprenticeships. Like I think it's on a larger scale these days, and I think every person should be given a fairer chance because people see the likelihood. And there's great money in it, Breifne. Don't get me wrong. Like agriculture mechanics, they're all great courses.
That brings me on, I suppose, to my next question then. What are you hoping you'll do with yourself after college or after secondary school, sorry?
I'm gonna try aircraft engineering, so I will below in Shannon. I know it is a branch away from the farming, like, but you get great time and you get great holidays, so there'll be plenty of time to cut silage during the days off and all, like, so I won't be branching away from it at all, like, you know.
So what does an aircraft engineer do for those of us that don't know?
Well, from what I know anyway, one of my buddies, and he'll probably end up listening to this, so he'll probably catch me out in a lot of errors, but they go down and they basically a mechanic for a plane, like, and they check over everything. They could be changing an engine in a plane, they could be replacing or welding a piece of the plane, like there's a lot of different variations, same as a car, like, but it's just, I suppose, better money and better crack.
So then that's an apprenticeship, obviously, Owen, is it? The
Yeah,
aircraft?
4-year course below in Shannon Airport, so I know it's good course now. I had a look at it all right.
And would you ever have a go at flying them, do you think?
Oh God, if I went flying them anyway, I'd have a big Breifne trailer on behind me pulling for silent.
You play a bit of hurling. Who do you play the hurling for?
I play at Ballygiblin and play at CBS Mitchelstown.
What
So,
position?
Full forward for the hurling, and well, sometimes I start and sometimes I don't start with the school. So yeah, it's hard to know.
Are you a good man to score goals, are you?
Oh well, they used to call me the Bomber Lynch. I live in a ball to me to be the back of the net. That's what they would call me, but yeah, no. I play I suppose it's all stored up now for the winter, like, but it's fair hard to get time for training and all during the summer when you're working as well, like, especially in this game, like, it is hard to keep it going, you know.
How do you work manage when the pressure's on?
When the pressure's on, in fairness now, and I've mentioned his name 2 or 3 times, Shawnee, no good man. Like, if I had a match on this evening, there'd be no pressure. Like, he'd even if he was badly stuck now, there'd be no panic. Like, you know what I mean? He's very flexible now. He's very good to me. In fairness, I couldn't say a bad word about him.
What if there's rain coming?
If there was rain coming now, to be a different story. I'd say he mightn't pick up the phone at all if he saw me ringing. I know, tis easy managers, in fairness, but sometimes, as you say, the pressure does come on, like, you know.
And how did the hurling go this year? Did you get any silverware?
We went up, we got as far as the county final and we lost. One of our main key players broke his knee, and sure, I actually caused him to break his knee. We won't talk about that.
Oh,
But,
tell us. You have to tell us what happened.
well, I gave him an awkward ball diagonally and he ran to it and he went sideways and his knee went gone. So yeah, it cracked and it broke. So he's done his ACL as well, so he was in fierce pain. But we all thought that he was down the ground only making a show of himself. But God, when you seen the leg, like, it was,
He's in a bad way.
it was like that. Like,
So that was a big loss, obviously, this year for the team. Then was it?
well, look, sure, at least we got an Cork final anyway. Do you know what I mean? We still drank enough pints to kill us all. Like, but there was no fear of that. Like,
Who bet is in the final?
Passage West, that's who beat us.
They're a good outfit, are they?
Nah, they're fairly handy. They'll be all hurling stronghold down there. Like, we only got knocked out of the school hurling there last week, the Bishopstown in Cork. So they gave us a fine hammering as well. So look, we've plenty of other years for we're still young, like, you know.
So what would you do then if you were heading out, Owen? Where would you go, or what would you normally do if you were heading out at the weekend?
I'd probably go into Jackie O'Brien's there or Dexy's inside Mitchelstown to be a good crack. But it depends where it is on. Like, I wouldn't be a man for the nightclubs either. Like, you know what I mean? I wouldn't be.
Are they still as popular as they used to be, do you think, nightclubs?
Well, there wouldn't be much anymore. Do you know, there'd be. I think the nightlife in Ireland has gone down very, very less. Like, do you know what I mean? There's not. I don't think there's great anymore.
Why do you say that?
The price of it, lads. The price of it, like, price of a pint, like. I won't name slander anyone here on this, like, but I went up for a pint there somewhere up near Dublin, all right. Now, it wasn't in Dublin, you know yourself now, Breifne, the price you'll be playing in Dublin, which was, it wasn't too far from Dublin. And I think I already paid €9-10 for a pint, like. Crazy, like. Do you know what I mean? Crazy. And sure, I won't say nothing about Dublin, like, but I've been to 2 or 3 pubs around, literally outside the Guinness storehouse, and you're paying a tenner for a pint, like. Do you know what I mean? But in fairness now, Mitchelstown then, fellas be complaining then if pints went up by 50 cents, like, do you know? Where they're €10 up there, like.
So is there any nightclubs in Mitchelstown?
There used to be one, but that got shut down. But there's one in Fermoy, alright, that's good crack, like.
What is it called?
Tis called the Keys. The Keys in Fermoy, no, tis grand, like, tis grand in fairness. They have a good setup over there. If herself is from near the area, so if they were going out, we'd head away over to Fermoy and sure, we'd tear on for the night. But the next one now is the Historics now. Next week, next Saturday. So
what's on next Saturday?
We've the rally below in Killarney. Must get the car ready now and I must do the alternator tomorrow and sure.
Will you do that yourself, the alternator, will you?
Oh yeah, sure. You don't know about me, lads. I'd be big into my cars as well, like.
What kind of a car do you drive?
I had a Golf. We won't talk about what happened there. The Jetta, I fell out of love with the Jetta. I didn't like the Jetta at all. And I just bought a Passat there now, so she's fairly nice colour and nice power in her. And yeah, no, she's very cheap to run the road.
All diesel cars.
I wouldn't go near petrol. I wouldn't. I wouldn't go. I won't name and shame anyone, but I just don't like petrols, like, you know.
Why do you rather the diesel?
But sure, I'd be travelling long distances, like. Do you know what I mean? I could take off there of a Saturday and I could end up in Buvan County Mayo, like, do you know.
And why do you be travelling around, just going to see different?
I know, like, I have a few guest appearances and stuff from meeting people, like, going up to Mayo there now. I've been up to Mayo 3 times there, up to Willie B. He's a man that runs discos, so I'd be up there for a bit. I'd be above in Cork and stuff. There would be all long distances and all. And, you know, I'd be maybe going down to Clonmel and stuff, down through Tipperary and stuff for other stuff, so it is savage now, in fairness. There's a lot of travelling in it. But.
And then obviously, Owen, then you're into the hurling and the farming machinery and whatnot, but you're also into music as well, is that right?
Sure, I play a fair share of it now. I'd be big into the traditional Irish music, like listening to all sorts of things, you know what I mean?
You do a bit of MCing as well. Go do it. Are you doing it? Go.
BV85RYZ. When I'm on mic, I'm sick in the head. MC Pat Flynn back again. All your ladies, tell your friends. Listen to me. I can't. Pat Flynn wouldn't be on the Spotify. You know what I mean?
We won't talk about that now, Breifne. We won't talk about that. But.
How did you get into MCing?
But sure, like when you're young and sure you're into cars, like when you're rash, like you just listen to any music. Like I could be listening to Bob Marley there 1 minute and Adele the next minute, and then it could be Mike Denver, and then it could be some UK drilling away, like, do you know what I mean? Like, the only drilling I know is drilling in the hole in the wall, like, and I hope this comes on Spotify, UK Drill X. I have no clue who he is. Put on a bit of Mike Denver then, like, do you know? Old Derek Ryan and all, but then I could go down, then I could be coming home one night and herself and myself could be after an argument, so I'd try and Joe Burke or Bobby Gardner, do you know? Old accordion music, like, keep me going, like, do you know, in fairness. And if I was going out on a night out now, I could end up listening to anything. I could be listening to Nicki Minaj or what's your one's name there, Jenny B or Kylie B. I'd be listening to her for a while as well, but you get sick of them too, like, do you know. But it all depends on the mood, like.
Like specifically, you have a good interest in traditional music and you play a little bit yourself too.
Oh well, yeah. I play a good bit of it now. In fairness, 'tis, I suppose, my grandfather played the accordion, and I suppose I was on the internet one night, and sure, I get ambitions. Like, if I want something, I'll go away and buy it. Like, and sure, I got this a big ambition because I was self-taught to guitar. Like, so I said, Jez, I'd love to play the accordion. So I said, I go away and pick one up, and sure, about 3.5 grand later, I had one inside the back door. But like, they're fair price. Like, but I know I put my mind to it now. In fairness, but
Piano accordion or a button
no,
accordion?
a button accordion.
And why? So is that the only traditional Irish instrument you're playing?
I could play the guitar as well, and I can play the piano and a bit of the mandolin, but
Banjo?
I wouldn't go near it now.
Why not?
I know they're tough enough now to play, like, but I know I'd stay well clear of them now. It's not that I don't like them, but like, do you know what I mean? If you don't want to drive a Volkswagen, you won't drive a Volkswagen. If you don't like a one down the lane, you don't want like a one down the lane. Do you know what I mean?
So so the button accordion was your instrument of choice. And did you ever play any flas or anything like that? Have you ever got any?
I know I'm gonna try it now next year. I might give it an owl, give it a shout there next year and doubt for the flat, but I'll see what the crack is.
So what kind of stuff are you into on the accordion, and who taught you how to play it, Eoin?
I learned the first tune myself, and then I went to a teacher, Eoin O'Sullivan, and he would have been the big accordion player down our way. Be Keel, or not Keelan McGrath's another one. I'd be big into him, but Bobby Gardner, he'd be a big accordion player. So I went down to him I went down to his friend Eoin O'Sullivan for a few lessons, and found love of it then, and went away and sold the old one and bought another one like I always do. I can't keep one thing, like, so.
Do you make any money on it?
Oh no, I bought a basically an upgrade. Like, she's a better one. I don't know how to explain it really. There's more of a response and stuff off her, and there's a nicer sound off her. I'd probably be upgrading again now next year. I'd be going for the nicest one of them all. They're fairly rare. The Palo Sopranos, you'd probably see them, the real traditional accordion. They're the red ones, and get them in grey. They're the hardest one. I know my accordion teacher was telling me there was one sold up the country there, I don't know, it was 2 or 3 months ago, for over 10 grand. It was one of the rarest ones. Yeah, they're fair price, like. Well, this was brand new from Garvey himself in Dublin. Paid 2.5 grand for it, like.
You want to be keeping it well-minded. Can you get it insured or anything, can you?
Insured the accordion? People wouldn't know what it is anyway. It is in a big black box in the corner of my room, like.
Have you got it with you there now? Would you give us a bit of a tune on it, would you?
I will. I could be a bit rusty now. I haven't.
Oh, that's great.
If I close my eyes now, lads, I'm not falling asleep. It's just trying to concentrate. You have me under pressure here now.
Well, before you play anything, introduce what you're going to play for us, and tell us a bit of a story about.
Well, I'll give a chance to two polkas. There's West Kerry polka, and there's one of John Brosnan's first polka. And the West Kerry polka, I'm not too sure the name of it, but the second John Brosnan was an accordion player. He could do anything with an accordion. He could nearly fall asleep on an accordion and wake up in the morning, and he'd be, an accordion, like, he was the man for the accordion, like. So he composed, I think it was 3 or 4 of these polkas. There was 1, 2, 3 that I know of anyway, and there was the reel. So I learned I learned 2 of the polkas, but I'm fairly rusty now on the third polka, so I won't give that a go today. But the first one is the West Kerry polka. As I said, I don't know. I listened to a fella play it back in Macroom one night, and I fell in love with the polka then since.
Yeah.
I went away and learned it.
Take it away whenever you're ready, Eoin. on, Owen.
Yeah, they're two of the finest tunes now I've learned so far.
There's a bit of thinking. How many buttons is there on that accordion there now?
There's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 buttons.
And would you have to be pressing all of them at different times?
I know, like, they're all different. See, like, every button is a different key. So, like, both of them tunes were in D, like. So that's D, and that's A. So, like, you know, like, you probably know this song, alright? Yeah, you probably know the start of that. I haven't played that.
Fairy Tale New York.
Yeah, fair. Like, they're all, like, you know, like a song, there's different notes in the song. So, like, everything's really the same, like, so. It's hard enough to learn, like, but I suppose if you lock, as I did, if you want to learn a tune, you lock yourself inside in the bathroom with just a laptop and your accordion, and by God, you'd knock out some music, like.
On that note, Owen,
what I
I think we'll wrap this up for the time being. And look, thank you very much for joining us on the podcast. Thanks a million for the tune. Yeah, look, that's it from us. Thanks a million, Owen.